we have a light. Okay, so this is the oil cooler, and through that hole over there is visible enough. When the oil leaks, it leaks straight down into the behind the flywheel. The car is losing oil. Can we put some granules? Because it's only been sitting here for about a couple of hours, and it's leaking significant. More so that the car is a bit inclined, and probably the undertray is full of oil. This 3-liter engine has got quite a common issue. So V6, in between the cylinder heads is the oil cooler, and those gaskets are failing, and then very often we see this issue. So I can imagine that it was a lot of patches, because customer main concern was that whatever he was stopping, it will start dripping oil. Obviously, even more that you can easily run the oil dry, the engine dry. So we're gonna have it on a ramp, see exactly how it looks underneath, and the whole process of fixing the oil leak on the 3-liter V6 engine on Mercedes. Let's go. We already have the undertray off. Oh my God. As expected, it's full of oil. How is it underneath? All wet here? Soaking wet. Yeah. So the floor is protected. It's no longer rust. So it's the driveway of the customer. Imagine if this was here and then in front of on our driveway. Imagine how's the patio. Have a look. So that's why he was sitting a bit at an angle, and all this starting. Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, already dripping. So this is what it is. It's leaking in behind the flywheel, but this is very common. So we will start stripping the top end, turbocharger, manifolds. Quite a big job, yeah. And in there should be a puddle of oil, because that fills up, and then there's a drain hole that goes behind the flywheel. So, but to be honest, it doesn't look too bad. I thought all because of the current, but probably the undertray protected from heavy spread out, because it's all dry when you rest. That's fine. Down and let's crack on. So we have removed the turbocharger, all the assembly on top. This is the big turbocharger assembly, already off. We need yeah, all the top end has been stripped. Now we are at the stage to remove the manifold assembly, all unbolted. Should I lift it up? Let's see, it's all come lifted up from a bit from there. More. Or if we can unplug the glow plugs. Let's see. Oh. Okay, so this big assembly, can you just turn around? It's gonna leak a bit more coolant here. Okay, let's see. We can drop it like that. So in here, this is the swirl flaps actuator. Usually they get worn out, but yeah, maybe we're gonna replace them. Anyway, we have to clean everything properly, inspect the flaps, but this is not our problem. What's here? Might be leaking from the top. Yeah, we'll see. Let's leave this on the side, put it here. Okay, so in here we have a light. Okay, so this is the oil cooler, and through that hole over there is visible enough. when the oil leaks, it leaks straight down into the behind the flywheel, and then going down. You might be tempted to say that it's a sump. It's a leak from the rear oil seal or from the sump, but it's is actually coming from the top. So in there, if we're gonna remove that part, we're gonna see those two rubber O-rings, and all those are the relevant gasket, because when you strip everything, all those have to be replaced. New head, new bolts for the exhaust. But yeah, we're gonna take this the cooler off. Is it, how many bolts? You have quite a few. Let's quickly take it apart. We're gonna take this apart now to access those O-rings that they are so common to fail. Quite a lot of dismantling to reach those tiny O-rings that they can cause such a massive leak. Now, while we are at it, we're gonna also clean the carbon that gets built up into the inlet manifold on those flaps. Should you not also replace the motor, Alex? We should also replace this, because it's soaked in oil, and those are usually fail. Because since we have access to it, it makes sense to get a new one, although we have no faults for it.
No faults.
No faults, but it makes sense. So we should ask for one, because if it fails later, and we know they fail, it's very hard to replace. So this carbon, but here it doesn't look too bad. Do we have play in there? Can you grab some carbon? Yeah. Yes. Because sometimes there's a lot of movement between the shaft and the rod, but this one they quite okay. Yeah. Here is a little bit. Yeah. It's not too excessive. We've seen them much worse than that. But look, the carbon in here. So this is quite restricted. And obviously, it's going to affect the power. But one of the ports in here looks even worse. So the one on the cylinder, and this is quite a tricky job, removing that carbon, because we have to make sure that it doesn't go into the cylinder. So we've cleaned the other side. And this is a cleaned one. This other side are clogged one. Anyway, it was even worse. Now, very important, we have to pay attention that the carbon does go inside. We have to do this process with the valve closed on that particular cylinder. So this is a bit of a fiddly job. So once we're going to clean the carbon, we're going to move in cleaning the rest and start installing everything back. Anything else worth showing here? Glow plugs. Yeah, very important, because also, yeah, very important. We have it stripped anyway. It makes sense to put a new set of glow plugs, because if we don't do them now, if it has to be done at a later stage, it's a massive job.
Yes.
So it's better to put them now. So take them off. Hopefully they won't be seized. So we still have a bit left. It is a bit additional to the main job. Cleaning the manifold, cleaning the port, replacing the motor, replacing the glow plugs, and then we're gonna start assembling everything back together. So we have now cleaned everything nice and dry. We also cleaned the ports. With a lot of carbon, Alex, wasn't it? Massive carbon in the ports, yeah?
Yes.
Nice and clean, nothing went into the piston, no? In combustion chamber, yeah. Very important, because we could easily block the engine, but this is good. And we also done the manifold. So those are the replacement kits. The rod with the plastic lever that they usually wear out, replaced already. We've got a new swirl valve motor, because they also prone to fail. We've got the control unit, sorry, the oil cooler unit with new gasket. What do we have here? What else? Okay, the rods from the manifold. Obviously all the relevant gasket, manifold. This is the turbocharger feed, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So we are ready now to put everything back in place. We're also gonna do an oil change on it. So we kind of have all the parts now. This is an important thing from the turbo that usually goes very bad and hardened. And so we kind of have all the parts now.
Yes.
The Mercedes has all the components installed. Now, we also cleaned the sump. We're gonna head over in a road test. We're gonna double check, and then we're gonna put the under tray. So, Alex, we ready to take it out, man, yeah? Lovely jubbly. We had it running for a bit. Why you have to lift it up? Yeah, it's fine. Just have a quick look. So everything back in place. Just an extensive road test to double check that it's all dry underneath. So let's see. We need to move some cars before we can get out. Just heading over in the road test. We need a bit of driving before we can double check, make sure no leaks under the car. See you soon. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe and keep close.